Hello and welcome back to the final review of August, where I'm actually filming this at the beginning of August. It just took a while for me to get around to watching this movie, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be reviewing the Digimon movie. So, growing up, I obviously loved Digimon and Pokemon. I loved Digimon first, though. It was this, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Beyblades were the three anime that I was introduced to as a kid. Obviously, thinking that they were just normal cartoons. I mean, technically they are, but I thought they were just normal cartoons, not anime. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't watched this in a while. I remembered most of the film, except for the last 20 or so minutes. Um, and yeah, so let's talk about it. So I grew up on Digimon. I love Digimon, the original Digimon, with the original Digi-Destins. And before we continue, take a shot every time I say Digimon, Digi-Destins, and Digivolve, um, because I'm going to be saying it a lot throughout this review. So yeah, prepare to be absolutely hammered by the time you're done, because you already had a few before I brought it up. Anyway, yeah. So I love this movie. Even on rewatch, it still holds up. However, I know that it's essentially this movie is a hodgepodge of three others. Um, so yeah, this movie contains the 20-minute short called Digimon Adventure, which where we get introduced to the young version of Tai, who was as well as his sister Kari, two who have become prevalent. Tai being from the main Digimon series, and then Kari would be a part of the next generation of Digi-Destins after Tai grew and the other Digidestins grew up. And so yeah, that's one thing that Digimon did better, not better than Pokemon. Well, that's one thing that they did to differentiate between Pokemon, because as Pokemon went on, for 25 years, they had the same main protagonist of Ash. Whereas Digimon, every new iteration had a new cast and crew. You know, and yeah, so the main bulk of this film is from the 40-minute OVA Digimon Adventures, our war game. So yeah, and then the last 20 or so minutes is a butchering of a 60-minute different movie called Digimon Adventures '02, Hurricane Touchdown, The Golden Digimentals. Uh, so yeah, basically they just took some footage from the you know Hurricane Touchdown, The Golden Digimentals, and hodgepodged it into this story. And the same with the first 20 minutes of Digimon Adventures. That short made and you know Frankensteined it together into this movie. Now I love this movie, and like I said, it's a hodgepodge of different movies. So all of this and all of the back here doesn't actually show up until the very fucking end of the movie. So what is this movie about? Well, like I said, the first 20 minutes is about, we see young Tai and Kari. They get, there's this Digi egg that comes out of their computer, because that's what Digimons are. They're digital monsters living in a digital world. That's what the theme song, the arguably really underrated theme song, um, talks about. They're Digimon, they're digital monsters living in a digital world. And that's what happened to Tai and his friends in the first adventures. They all get transported into the digital world and they work to get out of the digital world. Anyway, yeah, so the egg hatches, it then digivolves, and then it digivolves into a much bigger Agumon than we are used to. And it's a one throwaway line in this that indicates that this isn't the Agumon that Tai meets, because we obviously seen how that happened in the actual Digimon Adventure show. We get to see young Koromon, then digivolve into Agumon. And so this is a completely different one, and a lot bigger. So it goes walkabouts with Kari, and then a massive Digi-Egg hatches into this weird bird-looking Digimon, and it starts to attack Agumon, who then digivolves into uh, Greymon, who's my personal favorite. Because like I said, I grew up with this. Even my own mother loved Digimon. You know, that's something that we bonded over when I was very, very little. Was, you know, our love for this show, because she found it very interesting, which is rare, because my mother never really got into, you know, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, Metabots. That's a real old one, for if you can remember that one. And then the short ends. It skips 4 years to after the events of the season one, essentially. And then we get reintroduced to our guys. Izzy sees that there's a Digimon egg hatching in the internet with a virus, and this is where war game begins. And so they're trying to stop it. It's trying to get to this guy named Willis in America. It apparently hacks into the U.S. Army at one point, and so we have, you know, Agumon and I forget its name. It was one of my favorites. Is the wolf one, Garumon, I think it was. And so they all evolve into Metal Garumon and Metal War Greymon, and they can't do it. But then they both digivolve together in order to stop this virus thing, into a Digimon called Omnimon. Um, it looks absolutely badass, and with just literal seconds to spare, stops it. You know, stops the virus Digimon, kills it stone dead. And then we jump forward another 4 years to where now Kari is a part of the Digidestins, and we get in. You know, we see these new versions, but TK, who was an original Digidestin, is now part of this Digidestin. You know, all grown up because he was a little kid when he was got transported into the digital world with his older brother Max, or yeah, I think it's Max, or something beginning with M. Anyway, and then it turns out that the virus infected one of Willis's two Digimons, and he's trying to, you know, get him to go back to Colorado, and so it's all them racing to get there. Like I said, it's from what I've heard, it's a massive butchering of Hurricane Touchdown, the Golden Digimentals, and now I haven't seen it, so I can't make proper comments on that. Because if I was watching it, I'd have to watch it subbed, because it don't 20 or so minutes of it only exists dubbed in this. Um, and so they eventually get to where this evil Digimon wants them to go. I'm trying to see if it says on the back. It definitely does not. Um, and then starts to reverse time. So some of the people there are getting younger. Um, and then eventually they figure it out. They use this golden Digi-Egg to digivolve these two other Digimons, and the day is saved, and that's the end of the film. So yeah, like I said, it's a massive butchering of those three original OVAs, one-off episodes from the Japanese Digimon. Um, Despite that, you know, I still love it. Now, granted, like I said, I remember this film up to a certain point. When we get to these Digidestins, very barely remember any of it. It's the early bit, you know, the Digimon Adventures and Digimon War games that I remember. And I still love it. You know, coming off watching this after not watching it for years, despite it being a butchering of those three Digimon movies, um, I still love it. You know, as a childhood film, I love it, and I'm glad that I got to rewatch it. And that's what I love about this channel, is the fact that I can, you know, go back and re-experience these films from my childhood, and, you know, see if they actually still hold up. So yeah, that is going to wrap this video up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, because this is the last review of the month, and I'm just scrolling back on my notes here to see what's coming next. So on the 2nd of September, um, sorry, no, yeah, this is the last review, but there's still one more video to come out on the 30th, and that is my top 10 favorite video games. So that's the next video. So I'll see you all on Friday for that one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have seen the Digimon movie, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I know this probably won't get a lot of views because a lot of my viewers are probably didn't grow up on Digimon like I did. But anyway, if you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you bit. I will see you all on Friday for my top 10 favorite video games. See you all next time.